it's meal prep day. Hi, welcome back to Our Family Bee. It's morning time, it's Saturday, and it's meal prep day. Yesterday we went to Costco, so today I need to prep a bunch of stuff and a bunch of meals for the week, so come along. I am outside today because it's a little... Are you escaping? Like I said, I'm outside because it's a little loud in the house. I'm gonna tell you what I plan to make or try to make for this meal prep. We're gonna get as much done as we can in as little time as possible. I might have to split this up over tomorrow also because I'm on call today, so if I get called into work, then obviously I have to stop. But on the menu is, I wanna batch make waffles and put them in the freezer. Look, I got my all right here. I want to cook the ground beef that I talked about in the Costco haul and add the cauli rice with it and then freeze it in quart-sized bags, like serving size bags basically, and put those in the freezer. I want to make a breakfast casserole. Some oat balls, which is a new recipe I'm gonna try. I want to bake some bacon in the oven because that is the only way to make bacon now. I make the whole tray and then I can use it for recipes or chop it up or just eat it as a little side with my breakfast casserole. Also, I want to make this, crack chicken in the crock pot, which is basically like a buffalo chicken, and you can make sandwiches or use it as a dip or whatever, but cream cheese chicken, buffalo sauce, bacon, cheese, that kind of thing. Or I guess you could leave out the buffalo sauce if you don't want to make it spicy. And then I need to prep the cold brew, which if you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna link it down below, but we make it in bulk, and so I do 2 gallons at a time, and we're down to like 1/4 of a gallon, so a couple cups, so another day's worth. Lizards! Which normally don't freak me out, but when they're like running towards my feet because there's 2 of them and they were like chasing each other, freaks me out. Anyways, we make it in bulk, and so I am down to only a couple servings left, so I need to make it so it can brew, and that takes, a couple days. So at least 24 hours. We tend to like 72 hours better. So I will link all that down below. We use Pete's Coffee, Major Dickinson's blend, which is the best. If you haven't tried it, get some of that. Make it how we do. It's amazing, and it's like much cheaper, like 35 cents a cup. So that's what's on the agenda today. I hope this gives you some meal inspiration. And listen, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the button right here. And make sure you check the notification bell and click it up to all so you don't miss any other videos coming out, which is every Tuesday and Friday. And then join the family on Instagram at OFB Social because we post over there daily, and we love to see your faces over there and engage with you in the comments. It's a lot more personal than YouTube sometimes, so go ahead over there. And also, we have a newsletter now. We're gonna send it out once a month, and sometimes we're gonna have some free tips and possibly printables in there. So go to our website, ourfamilybee.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, and sign up. Put your name and email, and you'll be getting something from us in your inbox. Okay, let's get to prepping. First up, we are making cold brew. So we like to grind up our own beans because that way it's fresher and the oils from the beans can meld in the water and it tastes better. I will link down below the video where I show you how to make all this and the exact measurements, but here I'm just doing a 1/4 cup for the 1/2 gallon, and I am so excited to be able to redo this video soon on how we make our cold brew and do an updated version. But I'm using these 2 different types of mason jar containers to do it. And we make 2 gallons at a time, and it lasts us about a week or so, maybe a little more, depending on how much we drink it. After it's been about 48 to 72 hours, I will filter it just, in between doing stuff in the kitchen, whether it's after work or in the morning, just to get it done. But honestly, sometimes they sit a week and it's fine for us. Next up, I am browning all this ground beef that we got from Costco, and I'm telling you, this is the secret, is to take the entire batch, season it well, add some beans or cauliflower rice or whatever you want to stretch it. Even mushrooms chopped up are really good in it. And pre-cook everything and then bag it up and put it in the freezer. This will save you so much time and money. Here I'm just adding a onion soup mix and some garlic and onion powder here. And then also I added some oregano and salt and pepper. This is so easy to do when I'm in the kitchen doing other things because I can come back and stir a little bit, let it cook, come back and stir. And next I'm going to add the cauliflower rice, and there's these chunks from the freezer bag, which we got at Costco, of course, and here it is. Okay, I finished the beef and I added some cauli rice. I sometimes add chopped onion, which I would have done, but I didn't chop it ahead of time, and so I just didn't do it. So I'm letting it cool before I put it into the bags, which I labeled over here. And so on to the next thing. Next on the list is this recipe called crack chicken, and I guess because it's really good, and I have to say it was my first time trying it and it was delicious. It's chicken, cream cheese, and this ranch dressing, and then after it's cooked in the crock pot you add some additional cheese and seasonings and stuff, and I added a couple extra things that weren't on the recipe. 4 hours. So listen, if you like this type of video, don't forget to subscribe right here. I do meal prep videos every month, and we do Costco hauls so you can see all the food we buy and then what we do with it. And you know what? Come join the family on Instagram at OFB Social, because we love to see your faces over there. Just like you're seeing ours on our videos, we want to see yours and your families. So go to OFB Social and comment on the latest posts so we can say hi. And while you're online, go to our new website, which is ourfamilyb.com. We have lots of new information there, and if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can sign up for our once a month newsletter. Put in your name and email and we're going to send you something. Not right now, but soon. And you know what will really help out our channel is if you like this video, give it a thumbs up right down below. And comment, let us know, how do you meal prep? What's your favorite thing to meal prep? Because I go through phases and I'm always curious how other people do it. Okay, let's get back to meal prepping. Moving on to the next thing, this is a recipe I kind of made up, but it consists of ricotta cheese, some cocoa powder, and some stevia, liquid stevia, and then I just add a little bit of Oreos to it and crush some Oreos for on top. So in this I used 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder and 2 dropperfuls of stevia and mixed it all together. Of course, double stuff only. I mean, does anyone like other Oreos? I don't know. If you do, comment down below. I'm trying to put it in this jar here, which obviously was not a good idea, so I switched to these and it was a lot better. These are so filling, and when I have a sweet craving, this is such a better option for me, and it doesn't give me a crash, because otherwise I want to eat like 10 Oreos, and in this case I only eat like 1.5 per serving, and the rest is good fats. There we go. Into the fridge. Next up is homemade oatmeal packs, and these are so easy and obviously so much cheaper. If you aren't doing this, I would encourage you to try it, because it's just such a good way to control what's in your oatmeal. I mean, oatmeal is so simple. It's oats. I use quick oats, a little sweetener of your choice. I use a mix of xylitol powdered stevia and erythritol, and then I put some craisins or raisins on top. This is so easy to make for the kids in the morning, because I just dump this into a bowl, add some milk, and heat for 1 minute. Add some blueberries on the top, or raspberries, whatever you want. peanut butter oat bites. I got this recipe online. I'll link it down below, but it's just peanut butter, oat powder, yogurt, and I think I added some stevia and cinnamon, of course. So I mixed it together with a spoon, but then decided to just do it with my hands because it was a lot easier.
What thing? What things?
Yeah.
What? Can I see? Ooh, I love them. I want to help you make them, okay?
Okay, you want to help me?
Yeah, I want to eat it.
Okay, you can eat it. Is that yummy?
I made a peanut butter.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you a piece, and you squish it together, and then you squish it flat.
Like this?
Well, squish it together into a ball first. Okay, and then squish it flat. Good job.
That's the big one I ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get mine.
You're gonna get your own? Just get a little bit like this.
I got one.
Here, and then push it flat. Good job.
I'm getting good at this. How about my crushing machine for garbage? That's good enough. Doesn't it look like a chicken?
This recipe is so easy to make with little kids because it's really not that messy if they, do it over the bowl, but it's so easy for them to practice fine motor skills and roll it around and try to make little shapes. And I put it on this parchment paper and the tray, and then I froze it and then put it in a bag.
Whoa.
And I also decided to make some almond bites that are slightly more keto because it's almond flour and yogurt. Of course, it's flavored, so it has sugar, but hey, baby steps. So Benjamin helped me mix it up, and then I kind of finished it off, but then we both took little balls and were able to roll them together.
That's an easier way. That's an easier way. Right, Mommy?
Yeah, these are more gooey. You can do it. I decided to make some with almond flour as well, and they're pretty good. The peanut butter is very strong in the flavor, so I bet with almond butter it would be a little bit different and also pretty good. So I'm going to put half in the freezer and half in the fridge because they need to be eaten in 1 week because of the yogurt content. The cracked chicken is done! And I'm just scooping out some of the juice because I thought it would be too much if I mixed it all in, and I'm really glad I did. So here I'm adding the cheese and celery, and I added carrots and bacon. Yum, yum, yum. Mix it all together. Now I'm going to portion it out into these containers, just 2 of them, and if we eat the whole serving, then that's fine, but if we just take half out at a time, then that's fine too. And I think I'm gonna add some buffalo sauce on top of mine, like when I go to eat it, because I like buffalo, Brandon not so much. Okay, I gotta let that cool before I put it in the fridge. I put the bacon in the fridge, and now I'm gonna put the bacon grease into this pot, so I can cook the cabbage, which is gonna be in the breakfast casserole. So this cabbage got like a little frozen in the back of our fridge, so I'm obviously not gonna use it fresh, but I can still cook it up, and that way it's not wasted. So I'm not gonna use it for, coleslaw with mayonnaise and stuff like that, but I'm gonna, saute it up and put it in the breakfast casserole because it won't make a difference taste-wise. But now I don't have to waste it. This recipe is so forgiving. You can pretty much put anything in there, vegetable-wise, cheese-wise. Just add some eggs and cream if you want. Mix it all together. I think I did 10 eggs in this 8x8 and some cabbage. I meant to add the bacon, and of course I forgot, but it's still really good because it cooked in the bacon grease. Pour it all over, make sure it gets incorporated, salt, pepper, more cheese, and put it in the oven. Look at that beauty. It's bubbling and so, so good. I love meal prepping salads for work, and it's just such an easy thing to bring. I just pair it with some protein like the chicken or the beef even, and it's so yummy. This simple waffle recipe the next morning to batch make some waffles for the freezer. I used pumpkin puree in this one, but you can use any kind of puree, butternut squash, applesauce, any baby food really. I would suggest you don't burn your finger like I did. It hurt for hours. It was terrible, but it healed and I'm fine. And it was worth it because these waffles were really good, and I added chocolate chips for the kids too. Make sure they cool before you bag them up and put them in the freezer. Just reheat them in the toaster oven. So I never did an outro, but I hope that this meal prep gave you some inspiration to do your own meal prep. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the button right here. And if you want to check out more videos by us, check them out right here and right here. Until we meet again, don't forget, life is better together.